Welcome to Hamilton, Ontario. We're up here today looking for some waterfalls. Believe it or not, Hamilton is considered the waterfall capital of the world strictly because they've got over 100 waterfalls basically within the city limits. And part of the reason they have all these waterfalls is the Niagara Escarpment. Now the Niagara Escarpment stretches from like the Niagara Falls area all the way up and around into Wisconsin. It does a big arc. It's erosion, leftover sediment, things like that from the last great ice age. But yeah, Spencer's Gorge right here behind me. I don't know if you can see that with the camera. It's got to be 200 feet down there. There's no fence or anything along this trail, so be mindful where you're walking. But yeah, Webster's Falls is around the corner here. We're gonna go look at those. They're supposed to be, Google says 22 meters or something like that, which is right around that 50-foot mark. But these are pretty substantial falls from what I understand. They're big and wide, and there's a lot of water flowing. And based on the sound the river's making in the gorge below me, they're probably going to be a sight to see. So we'll just make a couple of corners around here and see if we can find a good spot to see the falls from. You can hear the falls in the distance here. And yes, it may look like I'm going the other direction because we got turned around back there. The sign said a cliff back there. We thought cliff meant waterfalls. Boy, were we wrong. Can you hear this? So the falls look to be almost as wide as they are tall. I don't think there's any spot to get a better view. We did see some people down below, down over there somewhere on the rocks. I don't know if there's a path or a staircase on the other side, but there's a little bridge up here. We're going to cut across the stone bridge, see if we can get down to maybe closer to the base of the falls. That's Sherman Falls behind me here in Hamilton. Sign says 17 meters high, 8 meters wide. It's flowing pretty good this time of year. So 17 meters is pretty close to 50 feet. And 8 meters, you know, it's 25 feet wide. Yeah, pretty cool. Only about 100 meters off the road. About a 5-minute walk from the nearest parking spot. I will put the parking lot below in a what 3 words link. Just because Google Maps isn't very good. If you actually follow Google, it wanted us to park in somebody's driveway on the other side of the hill and walk around, which is not the way to go. Anyways, on to the next one. Tiffany Falls. Google says it's like 21 meters high. I don't know. Maybe there's another fall up above it. 21 meters is, you know, 45-ish feet. It's really neat. I don't know if it's actually part of the trail, but it is dry enough you can walk right up underneath of it. And I got some video to go with that. So I don't know where we're heading next. Stick around, we'll find out. So last stop of the day, and I'm kind of looking into the sun. It's Devil's Punchbowl Conservation Area. You can see the waterfall in the distance. The GoPro's not very good for this. I'll pull out a different camera and zoom in. But there's some really neat layers of red and green as the rock colors and sediment changes. Now Google says it's about 114 meters is the depth of that to down to the plunge pool. And there is a trail that out over there. You can walk up into the bottom of that. It's part of the Bruce Trail system. Unfortunately, there's no parking anywhere near handy here. I've looked up before. There's a mall down the street you can park at, and it's about an hour walk to get from the mall up to here along the Bruce Trail, and then of course an hour back. So not today's trip by any means. It would be pitch black before we ever got in there, but definitely something for the bucket list. I don't know how all that turned out, but I put the GoPro, got an 11-foot carbon fiber selfie stick, so I stretched it over the edge, and it may have got something, it may have not, but I can follow the pathway around to the road's edge. Maybe we can see the stream coming in. Now clearly, by looking at this little stream in the size of the Punchbowl, at one point in time this stream clearly flowed a lot more water than it does now. But I mean, to carve something out this big, which must be looking at millions of years to make something like that. And as you can see now, that stream is just a little tiny thing. It does look like there's a spot right here we can get up past the guardrail a little bit, and there's a rail over the stream. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of water flowing through here. Well, that about wraps up our tour of the waterfall capital of the world. Hope you enjoyed the video. A little word of advice, and I'm going to look this up. Surely there's something available. All of these waterfalls and stuff, they're all part of the Hamilton Conservation Association. Every one of them, it's paid parking. Now here at Devil's Punchbowl, it was $8.50, and some of these parking lots, you can't even just sneak your way in. They're all gated, so once you come in, you're kind of stuck. You've got to pay to get out. So yeah, I don't know if there's a day pass. I do know a season pass is about 108 bucks. I did find that online. So really and truly, it's pretty reasonable, seeing we've spent probably $60 a day. And a lot of these places you're in and out in, you know, half hour, 45 minutes. So a season, like you have a day pass, you can buy a day pass for, you know, whatever. If I find it, like I say, I'll put it right here and I'll link below it. But if not, if you're coming up or you're local, buy the season pass, $108, and you can come here all the time. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.